Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 235 today. And in today's episode, we're going to finish off our weekend league. But we're going to do it with one slight change to our overall starting 11, which is this squad right here that you can see. One of these players is going to be switched out for someone different. And you can leave your guesses right now. I mean, you're going to find out in probably the next 30 seconds. But hey, if you want to guess for this moment in time, then you're more than welcome to. But basically, we create this squad right here. It's a bit of a weird one, but it features some players from the Turkish league, and it also makes sure that Paul Pogba is in our squad. And oh yeah, you can see that some of our squad fitnesses have sold, by the way, up to 582k, not too bad at all. And then we go up and pick a Correa up, who is someone that I packed last week and discarded because he was not selling, and now he's a little bit more than what he discards for, because you need a man of the match to score 5 goals in a squad battles match in order to get like a mega pack or something. Like it's pretty good. It's worthwhile to do in the weekly objectives. I'm also going to complete Galatasaray versus Besiktas whilst we're doing this. But the main reason that we are playing a little bit of squad battles is so that we can get this guy, Lone Antonio Valencia. So I said to you lot that I'm quite interested in getting that end of an era Valencia for my team. I know I already have Aurier, but it's sort of like, I don't know, kind of curious about him. So he looks like a pretty good player. So we'll get this 10-game loan version, which we've done right now. And this, of course, is the player that's going to be different in our starting 11 today. So weirdly enough, like a right back, you don't necessarily notice much in game. I would find it like a difficult player to actually review or give an amazing opinion on. But you just know when they're doing the right thing. Because you don't really hear or see from them unless they get like the odd assist. When you know your fullback's doing bad is when they are out of position and when you concede a goal from that wide, from the wide area of the pitch when they've made a mistake. So it's glaringly obvious when they make a mistake, but then often they go under the radar if they're doing something good. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to tell, but we will go into our final weekend league games using this Valencia to try and test him out. I even put a Sentinel chemistry style on him to give him the added jumping and heading accuracy that he desperately needs, and of course just to max out some of his other defensive stats, because if I was to get the full version, that would be the chem style that I would use on him. So we give him a good old try. I was able to sell Correa for exactly the same price as what I bought him for. You literally need to use him for a game to score 5 goals. So, then there's no reason for those orange cards to still be stupid expensive on the market. Make sure you do that, though, because it's a decent weekly objective. So I go into my first weekend league game of the session. We are 11-4. I think we're 11-4 at the start of this session, and we are going to aim to, of course, finish it today. And I started the first 10 minutes of this game literally on the edge of my opponent's box. Like, hit the post, had a decent shot again, got blocked, and was like seriously applying pressure, and he goes and counters me and scores the goal to go 1-0 up. He then does it again. I saved the shot from Ronaldo, but of course it comes right out into the path of Neymar, and I'm like, you know what, this is not the game for me. I'm getting out of here. Some games at 2-0 I definitely feel like I can still get back into and win, but this one just weren't going my way, and I actually felt like the game felt horrible, which was not... It's not good when you start feeling that at the start of a session, because I like restart my internet, and I completely turn off and reset my Xbox so that I can go in with the internet here that I can control is as good as possible at the start of my sessions in the weekend league. So when you play your first game and it feels awful, I don't know, it's not very motivating. So we go into another match here, and I get gifted a penalty, but he saves it from Ronaldinho. So that's obviously not amazing. And then, I mean, he scores that with Aguero. And once again, I don't know. I just felt like the servers were having a mare. It took me forever to actually get games. Now, I know that I, like many others, only play home games. Mistake from Valencia, by the way. You should note that. I only play home games. It's just one thing that a lot of us do. I don't know if it really gives us an advantage or what. But that wasn't the reason why it was taking me so long to get games. It would just randomly be on like the loading screen, and then it would back out saying your opponent has left the match. And it took me forever to get games. So I felt like something was obviously up with the servers after the downtime that they'd had earlier on in this weekend league. And you could just see me here like rage quitting out of games because I go a couple goals down and I feel like the game's awful. So I'm like, hey, we've got enough games left. We're probably going to get to 14 wins, but hey, we're going to take a few losses along the way. Let's try and get into a game that actually feels good. And the next one wasn't good either. It's just, yeah, you know it when you feel it, like the responsiveness can sometimes just be completely dodgy, where players take long touches and your first touches are awful and you press the buttons and they don't respond very well and stuff. So, I mean, we've all played in that before and we all hate it. It's very difficult to sort of see it on screen because you're sort of watching it back at a different time. But when you're playing the game, like, your reactions are just quicker than what the controller's reactions are doing. So, you just get all completely screwed up and it affects you. So I scored basically a kickoff goal against this guy, and then he scored one back against me to equalise. And then you can see how weird he's defending, like completely rushing out and stuff. So I just sort of lacroquetted my way down the pitch and scored another kickoff goal. 5 minutes and 19 seconds of FIFA time in this game, and there's already been 3 goals. Okay, but Richarlison flicks it up, whips it back post, and Ronaldo's there to rise higher than anyone else. It gives me a 2-goal lead, and with the way that the game is feeling at present, a 2-goal lead is just nowhere near enough for me to feel confident that we're actually going to win, especially after motivation was down because we just rage quit a couple matches. I wasn't feeling great about this session. So 4-1 at halftime, that's when I started to feel a little bit confident. But I don't know, I also felt like this guy was quite good at the game. He kept in it and didn't let me score again until the 85th, 86th minute, where I just bang it first time with Ronaldinho. It's a nice goal, sort of off the outside of his boot, and it flies into the top of the net. But yeah, like, that's all she wrote for that game. He actually paused it, I guess, to rage quit, and he takes a shot, it goes wide. He actually does rage quit in the 89th minute. Like, just play an extra minute, mate. You lasted 5-1 until the 89th minute. Play an extra 1 minute of FIFA and get your rank points. You might as well at that point, and at least get your match coins, right? But yeah, we get another win from that one. I don't know how many that takes us up to now. Is that 12 wins we're at this point in time? We go into this match. He's got a solid looking Prem team. Lots of special items. He's obviously completed a few SBCs and stuff. And what a goal that is from Ronaldinho. He's done great work there to just keep the pace up and then bang it from distance, but keep that ball down and keep it accurate into the back of the net. So great work there from the Brazilian beast. And then Aubameyang whips one into the back post, and it's Richarlison to rise higher. And I knew at that point, I just fully dominated the first 9 minutes of this game. Sometimes that happens, and yeah, your opponent will rage quit at 2-0, and that's what feels good. We've rage quit at 2-0 like twice already in this episode. So that brings us up to the 13th win. And I don't know, man, it just kind of goes even further downhill from here. So this guy's got a lovely team. He obviously likes his Brazilian icons because he's managed to get some Prime Icon Moments versions of them. Socrates and Rivaldo, who opens the scoring for this guy. And he also has the 94 Ronaldinho, Flashback Ibrahimovic, and I think it was a loan version of Player of the Year, Van Dijk. But when I go 2-0 down in this game, I don't think I even got out of my own half in that match. He was just peppering me with pressure. So, again, we'll just take the L and move on to the next match. Premier League side next with a little bit of... well, actually, there's a couple of leagues in there, isn't there? There's the French League and the Serie A with Dybala and Mbappe and stuff. And I feel like this is one of the games where you can really see, like, player switching going to the wrong players, the luckiness that the ball comes out from the goalkeeper and stuff, trying to make challenges, but it bobbling all over the place. Like, you can kind of see it in this game better than any other. And then when he gets that second goal there, I'm just like, what is going on? And I'm furious, like absolutely furious. So I just quit the game again. And I had to just sit there and be like, Do I need to reset the internet again? Like, do I need to come off this until the next day? What's going on with the servers? So I took a few minutes of a break, tried to compose myself a little bit because we've lost a lot of games in this episode so far, and I hate playing FIFA stress because obviously it's a really bad thing when you're playing stress because you play stupid when you're stressed. So I go 1-0 up in this game, header from a corner. You all know that I score them all the time. And just a few minutes later, he was able to get a goal back. Now, this is the first time I've played against this Limbombe, and he is insanely quick. He was bossing it for this guy. I mean, just yuck. That's just a disgusting goal to concede. And it may look like complete and utter stupidity, but I would put some of that down to just the way the buttons were actually reacting. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just utter stupidity. Anyway, we get Van Dijk sent off for a late challenge or two. And then, well, you can see, I think I just quit this one. Yeah, I'm just like, no, these touches are going everywhere. Again, I'm losing this game. I'm losing my mind. Let's just go on into another match. And we don't get very lucky again. We get a lot of good high-rated players again in this one, but we are only one win away. I just need to get this freaking win. 3 minutes on the clock then. I hit the post and then hit the shot, but it's just sort of saved off the line from De Gea, and I get another corner. This time Ronaldinho whips it in, and our Aubameyang rises higher enough to actually get the header on target and go past the goalkeeper there to put us 1-0 up. Ronaldo turns Van Dijk nicely. Richarlison into Ronaldinho, and I just strike it across the goalkeeper. I think he gets a touch on that one, but after 7 minutes, we're 2-0 up, and I was like, this needs to be the game that I win. I can't bottle this one. I can't like lose out. I need to just hold on to my lead and not be an idiot. So I went slightly more defensive in the second half, and I mean, look how I gift him a goal. It's just like, I don't know. Things just weren't going great. His Musa scores, but you know what? We run straight down the other end, turn the defender, smash it with Ronaldo, and restore that 2-goal lead. So at that point, I knew 85 minutes on the clock with my 2-goal lead. Yeah, it's safe. We're going to get our 14th win here, as long as I don't get some random disconnect, which never happens to me anyway. So yes, we take the win in that game right there. Kind of dominated against that guy, but I was playing nervous and playing angry and stupid, so I really needed to just sort of focus to get that final win, and eventually we end up like 14-9. Bear in mind we were 11-4, so it wasn't a good session at all. A lot of rage quits, a lot of being 2-0 down and just not knowing what to do. Yeah, I don't rate Valencia at all. I just didn't like him. Whether or not we were just having a bad session, I don't know. But I definitely don't like Valencia, and won't be doing his SBC. So that's definitely going to save us some money that we won't waste on an SBC when we already have a right back in Aurier. And I actually like Aurier, so yeah, he's going to stay for now. Ronaldo is on 30 contributions in 24 games. Ronaldinho, when we get onto him, is on a very good amount as well. Like 74 in 58. That's pretty good. And that's with a lot of rage quits in there as well today from myself, meaning that I wasn't getting goals and wasn't contributing. So the games that we were winning, them two were definitely scoring. Now, this was captured on like Saturday evening, so still midway through the weekend league, and Ronaldo's price still seemed high, to the point where after EA tax I would actually profit by a couple of K if we sold him for this 989. So I have listed him with the pretense that I won't lose any money. I'll actually make a little bit of money if I was to sell him now, knowing that I guess he would drop down after the weekend league's finished, and by the time that you're watching this, we're super close to tots. I feel like the market might come down again even further, and if that's the case, we will have profited on our Ronaldo, and we can always buy him back again, or we can go down a different route and maybe get a different Mbappe back in, just, for the justice for Mbappe people out there. But yeah, I didn't necessarily want to get rid of Ronaldo. I just feel like it was a good time to sell whilst his price was high, and we could actually make money, and we could, knowing that I'm not going to be on the game for a few days, that I can not just sit there and watch the Ronaldo price plummet down and I end up losing loads of coins again. So yeah, if he sells, then he's gone. If not, and his price drops, then maybe I'll just decide to keep him. It is all dependent on whether or not he sells. So if he doesn't, perhaps he'll still be in our club. You'll have to see at the start of the very next episode. Guys, this is that point where We may have a couple of down days on the channel where there's no uploads. Fear not, I will be back on Sunday and I will be uploading my weekly rewards for you on Sunday. TOTS will be out by then, and what that means is that in the reward packs that I get, there's a chance that I could get TOTS players, of course, from the 50k packs, from the mega packs and stuff. So yeah, apologies if there are no uploads for a couple of days. I can't do much about it, I'm afraid, and I will do my very best to fill all of the days so that you've got as much content as possible. Thank you for sticking around. Hopefully this doesn't throw us out of some sort of algorithm and you guys can still find the videos nice and easily in a couple of days' time. But yeah, do me a massive favor and hit that thumbs up button. That will definitely help things out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Come follow me on social media. Links are down below in the description. Most importantly, I hope you all have a lovely day and I hope you're very excited for Team of the Season and everything to start turning blue over the next few weeks, I guess. It's going to be kind of crazy, right? I wonder what that will bring for the road to glory. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you next time. Peace.